everybody. Sorry, we're having a little disagreement. But did you catch all that? Do you know what that is? We don't either, apparently. This is a new show on Comic Impact where one of us apparently loses it and the other one just shakes his head. So here's the deal. If for whatever reason you missed something or you think you missed something during the month of April or any month really, at the end of each month we're going to be there to give you all the information you need. So at the end of each month you can guarantee that there will be a video, right Simon?
Maybe.
There maybe might be a video. But anyway, so that's the deal. But I should probably introduce the crew, everybody. Of course, I'm Sheldon, and this is Simon. You know him and love him from Figure Friday. And this is Susan. You may know her from the Horror on the 13th thing, or not.
The thing. It's the thing.
It's only, what, she's only been 2 at this point. So.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
But check it out, because it's
awesome.
okay.
And the next one's on May 13th.
Which is a Friday.
It is Friday the 13th, so you want to check that one out. So let's get right into it. The first thing is pros and cons, and you have to leave.
Bye.
So Simon, tell us about pros and cons. Now, I should tell you first that pros, obviously, it means professionals, and cons, that means conventions. I'm going to do some cons. Simon first is going to hit the pros. So
you're clever.
That's right.
Eisner nominations were announced in April. We're still in April, unless you're watching us in the future. The Eisner nominations, the ones I'm really excited about, Chu's nominated for Best Writer, Best Artist, pretty much everything. Chu's amazing. The only person in the world that doesn't read it is Sheldon, but we're going to make him read it. And if you stay tuned to Comic Impact, maybe we'll have John Layman talking to us about Chu and what's going on with it.
Mm-hmm. So here's the major news from the one big event thus far that's happened in the month of April, and that is WonderCon. That was up in San Francisco towards the beginning of the month. And the biggest news really from it was that Marvel is going to have Mark Waid on Daredevil now, so he'll be replacing, I think, Andy Diggle. And Greg Rucka, who formerly from Gotham Central with Ed Brubaker, they weren't lying, will be doing Punisher. So that should be interesting. If not, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's the big news from WonderCon. Other than that, it seemed like everyone had a good time. A lot of cosplayers. It was a convention. People smelled. It got in a big room. So,
hey guys. All right. So I have issues mentally and a bunch of other stuff. But right now, I want to talk to you about Elephant Man and Elephant. I did a short little interview with Richard Starkins talking about it. I love this book. Number 30 was my pick of the week, and it's also the best comic out there so far the year. This is the perfect jumping on point. 31 comes out soon. Go back, look at my interview with Richard, and pick this book up. It's amazing. He actually did this cover. Not this cover. I forgot what the other cover is. But go check out Elephant Man. It's amazing. Next, we're going to throw it to Susan, I think. Girls on Girls. Yeah. How you doing?
Hi, I'm Susan, and I'm here to talk to you about some of the amazing female leads in comic book characters this month. So that is why this segment is called Girl on Girls. So right now, we're dealing with a couple of awesome ladies in this issue of Gotham City Sirens. Catwoman has been tested and failed by the League of Assassins in cahoots with her sister Maggie. This month, we also had Huntress, who proved herself to be quite a good detective and excellent judge of male character in this month's Birds of Prey. We also learned that Canary makes a very good chili that has quite a kick to it, much like her fighting style. So in Vertigo, we have Cinderella, who is doing one of her nice little side stories. This one is called Fables Are Forever. If you didn't pick up from Fabletown with Love, you definitely should in trade. But right now we're talking about Fables Are Forever, where she is currently in search of the elusive Silver Slipper, who I actually think is like a really clever way to allude to this character. And if you get it, that's awesome. And if you don't, read the book. Of course, we do have Jubilee. Wolverine and Jubilee ended this month in their 4-shot of Cursed, where Jubilee has now become a vampire, and she has new powers. So definitely check that out. She's one of the better female leads now in the Marvel Universe. And last but not least, do pick up Twilight Guardian. I don't have a copy of it to show you guys, but that also concludes this month. It won a pilot award, and she actually is a very, very cool character and a kick-ass girl. So that was Girl on Girls, and I hope you enjoyed it.
Hey everybody, Sheldon here, and I have issues. Issues of the Future Foundation with Steve Epting and Jonathan Hickman. Yes, this is a great new book from Marvel, and it is probably the one book you should not miss this month from Marvel. It's basically the Fantastic Four coming together after Johnny Storm's death. I hope I didn't ruin anything. And Spider-Man is now a part of the team. It's a brand new direction. Look, if you love Jonathan Hickman from things like Secret Warriors, then you're going to love this. Trust me. Go out, get this book. It's awesome.
Hey party people, we're here talking about On Shelves Now, stuff that came out this past month. Not just typical comics. We'll talk about statues eventually, but this month I want to talk about 2 trades that I really love and everyone else loves on the site. First off, Invincible hardcover number 6 by Ryan Ottley, Robert Kirkman. Ottley's a god. The man's amazing. Robert Kirkman's probably one of the best writers in comics. I mean, he's writing Walking Dead, Super Dinosaur, and Invincible. This is right before the Viltrumite War. So pick this up. I know it's number 6, but you'll be ready for the Viltrumite Wars. The other book I would like to talk about is Uncanny X-Force by Rick Remender and Jerome Opeña. You know how I was telling you Ottley's a god? Opeña is a god also. 2 of my favorite artists, and this is the best Marvel book. Don't listen to that FF stuff. No, this. Uncanny X-Force, Rick Remender, Jerome Opeña. If you ever want a good X-Men book, this is the book to pick up. They're both available now. It's a really nice hardcover. Ottley, Invincible has some sketches from Ottley. This has some great tones to see the progress from Jerome's work. They're both excellent reads.
Hello, I'm Susan, and I write a little column on Comic Impact called Horror on the 13th. So right now I'm going to be talking to you about some of the horror books that came out this month that I was not able to feature in my column. First off, I would like to point out the genius of Robert Kirkman and the entire Walking Dead crew by printing these things called weeklies. They started them at the beginning of the year-ish. Thank you, Amy. And have been printing them. They're up to number 16 now, and it's a really good way to catch up on The Walking Dead if you have not been a part of that. And with the success of the AMC series, we all know that Walking Dead is something that you definitely want to pick up. Speaking of zombies, 68 came out this week. This is an awesome creator-owned book with a very cool concept about zombies in the Vietnam War. So definitely go ahead, come pick up 68. Besides that, if you want to pick up something more mainstream, I guess you could go with Carnage. I don't know. Not very horror-y. But anyway, are you scared yet?
Hey everybody, Sheldon here, and we're going to go with events right now. This is the big Marvel event for the summer, Fear Itself, written by Matt Fraction, drawn by Stuart Immonen, and basically Marvel is in this world of complete and utter disarray, and an old god is coming back to reclaim their throne a bit. Ones that have been thought dead are now sort of alive. So far we've only had 1 issue this far in April, but we're going to have, 6 more, I think. So just keep reading, and it should be pretty awesome. I mean, it's Fear Itself, right? And you can't go wrong with Matt Fraction. And Immonen's art's beautiful. So I do want to comment on one thing. Sen, which is Red Skull's daughter, she finds his hammer in the ice, and she becomes Skady. Now, I looked it up. Skady is the goddess of skiing. So basically she's like a ski resort person? I don't know. Anyway, that seems a tad bit of a sort of lazy thing, but whatever. I'm just going to start reading it again.
Alright, so I guess I'll talk about the DC event. War of the Green Lanterns, or is it the multiple lantern colors? So, big spoiler, I mean it was on the cover of this one and the other Green Lantern War. Hal is now a Yellow Lantern. Parallax has taken over the battery pack, or the whatever the main battery is called on the Green Lantern world, I forgot.
Central Power Battery.
Central Power Battery. Thank you, Amy, from the side. See, this is an interaction show. That's why I'm wearing my rings. They're cool, aren't they? But anyway, War of Green Lantern, a lot better than I imagined. Maybe finally we'll get rid of all these rings by this event. I'm getting tired of it. I'm just sick of rings everywhere. But maybe this will end it. Keep reading. We still got a couple issues. This ends in like May or June or something. What happened there?
Me again. I'm here now to talk about creator-owned comics in this little segment that I like to call I Made It Myself. Basically, the big creator-owned comic that came out this month is Mr. Wonderful. It's by Daniel Close, which, by the way, wrote this fantastic piece of work called Wilson. But that's not what I'm talking about. We're talking about Mr. Wonderful, and it's basically about a guy who is having kind of sort of a midlife crisis, but he's able to fall in love again and, you know, all that good, mushy stuff. And I would also like to, in this segment, point out that if you want to make a comic, you really should make it yourself. Cal McDonald, The Detective Tales, came out, and it's by Steve Niles and Kelly Jones, and they did it through their very own company, Bloody Pulp Books. Please pick it up and support creator-owned comics. I'm Susan, and I too have issues. But this time my issues are 3. There's probably more than that, but I'm just going to focus on 3. This is a 3-part story by DC. It's a Red Robin, 22, Gotham City Sirens, 22, and Batman, 709. It focuses on the 3 characters being tested. They're not sure what for yet, just that 2 out of the 3 of them have failed. So tune in to see what happens next. So that was the first episode of Did You Catch All That? I hope you enjoyed it and that you tune in every last week of the month to see us do this all over again. But if you'd like to meet us all in person, since we seem so cool on this video, please come to Anaheim Comic-Con this weekend. It's April 29th through May 1st. We will be at booth 3019.
And you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook,
all
YouTube.
that good stuff.
All the social network, we got it covered.
We have it all.
We do. And thank you for watching this whole thing. If you made it through, you get big kudos.
All right. So, are we ready?
No, we're ready.
Right.
Did you catch all that?